Yo. Okay. Radio. Day 31, let's go. Today, wait, check 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Low. Okay. So today we're going to go and look for sweeps of the London sessions highs and lows. Currently, we'll review those trades later. Okay, so let's go 15-minute. Okay, this is potentially about to sweep the high. But it low-key might be a continuation. But when it swept Asia highs over here, then New York swept London highs over here, displaced strongly, it came all the way back down, almost delivered all the way to Asia lows. So it's continuing up, and then we could have that same pattern again. For example, price could sweep Asia highs, and then, price has swept Asia highs, London has. Then if New York sweeps London, we could have a replay of this. But we do have to remember that this is a manipulation. So it would potentially take another set of manipulation to then drop down as deep as this did, which would be roughly here. That being said, I'm going to have a keyboard. That being said, this is a sweep. We just swept the London highs over there. This will be on the watch list. Be down here. Sweep. This is a sweep. Watch list. Watch list and then sweep. Let's go from here. This almost came to entry, delivered to Asia session lows over here. This is on the edge of like watch list, but not enough for me. This we over delivered already. Watch list. Sweep. Put a watch list. This watch list as well. Okay. Okay. So we have different sections now. We have active trade, which replaces active, retrace the entry, which is the closest the pair can be for us before we enter the pair. Then this is sweep plus displacement plus a market structure shift. This again is the same thing, but without the market structure shift. So it'll just be the sweep and displace, the sweep, watch list, and then Forex pairs. So it actually reads from the bottom up in that order. So Forex pairs are just pairs that are, there's nothing really happening. Watch list is if it's close to a London sessions high, not London session, but a sessions high or low, or if it's near an important piece of, I guess, area. Watch list is just things that are about to sweep or look like they're behaving erratically, or I want to watch it. It could be maybe I'm testing a strategy. Instead of it being an active trade, it can be in watch list. Sweep is when the price, excuse me. Sweep is when price takes out a session high, and these sessions are kill zones, not actual full sessions. So it's still currently London session, despite, because it's 12:30 p.m. and I'm in London. So it's still London session, which finishes and closes at 5 p.m. But I include I'm including just the kill zones. New York range is within the London sessions range. Wait, sorry, this I went to analyzing the pair. Sorry. Okay, and sweeping displacement is after it sweeps a session. We want to see a displacement either. For now, we're trading solely retracements from the sweep. There's times where price sweeps and then continues. I'm not trading those. I'm trading a sweep and then displacement back into the range. And after it displaces, I want to see it close below structure. So in this case, we are bullish, bullish, bullish. London session takes out Asia session highs, displays back down, breaks this low, has a market structure shifted downside. I see an imbalance. I'd wait for price to come back up to it and then look for potential entries. Now in this case, price didn't, because this is the this wick right here is the actual fair value gap itself, the edge of it, and it's what created the fair value gap. So I wouldn't have entered on this touch. So unfortunately, price did not come back up to our entry, but it delivered towards Asia lows and then even further from New York yesterday's lows. So there's those opportunities as well. So that's how I would look for a sweep plus displace plus market structure shift. And once I see that, I then retrace the entry and I drew a box. I would then be waiting for price to come back up to it to then sell to the Asia other sessions extreme. In this case, we didn't get that retracement, so we don't enter the trade. So yes, it delivered to our take profit or where we predicted price to go, but it's not a strategy, so we don't. It doesn't affect us. But those are what we look for. So with that being said, let's start on these because this was a watch list trade. It was between this and GA. We chose GA, but we even ended up closing early. I didn't like it. So this, I don't want to trade it. This, put in the watch list for now. Okay, let's go to sweeps. Let's see what's happening over here. So this is swept the highs. Well, New York session highs are currently higher than London session highs. So we'll be looking for a displacement back down into the range of London, then a sell-off to Asia session lows. The only thing I'm seeing, though, is that on the larger time frames, we are bullish. So that is a off-putting. It's off-putting me from sells. So it would need a clean displacement, clean breaker structure for me to consider it. Euro Swiss franc, very strong push to the upside. I think he's aiming for this high over here. Will it reach that much? I'm not too certain. But we did sweep Asia lows. Asia highs, lows, displaced back up. We should have even been looking around here, but there wasn't really any entries from what I'm seeing. Maybe here. This order block got used, I think, as an entry for price to continue going up. But I don't want to enter that. I didn't see it also. So it's that. USD JPY. Here we swept the highs. We're looking for this spacing back to the downside. USD CAD. Let's have a look at the larger time frame. So this imbalance that we're looking to fill. There's a weekly imbalance here too. We feel this imbalance from this open, this close to this open. So those two is where the imbalance is, and we've currently filled that. I don't know if price was to fill this value gap here, the midpoint up here. So I don't know if that's the case. I think it does, because right now we do have some sell signals. Like this could be looking for a sweep displace potentially for us to go down. And to be fair, we'd only be selling down here. We'll just keep an eye on it more than anything, but the daily and the larger time frame bias is not agreeing with the short time trend. This again looks very bullish, so entering sales doesn't look feasible. But we have swept London highs now, so if it displaces back into the range, clean break, could consider it. Similar thing here. This one's potentially a sell. I also haven't checked news today. Let me check. Okay, so we have USD news at 1:45, which is in an hour. Which is PMI news. We might not even take any more trades today. Let's have a look at some of the watch lists. Any sweeps. Okay, we've set London lows here. And here we set London highs. Here it looks like we're sweeping London lows. Okay, so there's these three. Let's analyze these. The overall trend is bullish. Or bearish in the short term. I wouldn't be opposed to sells, but I'm overall bullish, and I like the fact that we're sweeping London lows. We're just waiting for displacement now to the upside. Then for Swiss franc JPY, we've seen the London lows been swept. So your London lows have been taken here, and we are overall bullish. So I wouldn't be opposed to buys. We are in the short term bearish on the 4-hourly. This is a strong displacement downwards. So we'll need a strong displacement upwards. Then see with Euro AUD, price is overall bearish. When the short term is bullish. So I wouldn't be opposed to buys or sells. You can see here we swept the London highs and Asia highs. We've got swept by London, and then New York swept. London swept Asia, New York swept London. We need now a bearish displacement for us to be interested. Similar to this, but just be us getting in again. And we did enter this, it went down a bit. We closed around here, around this area here, to avoid this reversal. I didn't like how price was moving, so I decided to close early, but there can still be a potential sell over here, so we'll keep that over here. This one, we are bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily. And, still some liquidity, external liquidity up here. The hourly liquidity up here, liquidity is there's so much liquidity on both sides. Sell side liquidity here, buy side liquidity here, 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 and here. But we had a huge displacement to the downside. We'll just watch for displacements. So today looks like a slow day, but it's fine. Sometimes days where there's no trading opportunities and you don't take trades, it's just as important for those. Okay, potential displacement here, and as well as here. This mid equal highs. Okay, so I feel like market needs to play out a little bit more before we start seeing any more opportunities. It is currently 12:47, so maybe in the next hour we might see so much opportunities arise. I'm not really seeing that many clean ones, but we'll see. It looks like USD is acting bearish. So what I like to do is open up everything here, sort by symbol, and then use, or rather look for USD pairs and see the overall consensus. Here it's also looking potentially bearish. It took out lows down here. We took out highs up here. This could be one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I'll just pay attention to it. I'm probably going to end stream and just pay attention to price off stream. But that's my setup, all the things I'm looking at. I'll probably just be checking in every 5 minutes, waiting and looking for some displacement. So I need this candle to close, and I need 2 more candles. So this one needs at least 1 more candle. So I'll probably be back in like 5-6 minutes. I'm gonna end stream just because I have to pack and do some stuff and eat. I haven't eaten. I probably would have been a longer stream if I had kind of done some things in the background, but I wanted to start now because I knew that New York had opened, so I wanted to be ready. But this is day 31. We're going to be back again tomorrow, and day 32 will probably be on a laptop for the next day. Tomorrow, we'll probably be taking a laptop to stream. So there's that. And yeah, I'll just be watching this for a bit. I'm gonna go back into building the journal. I could probably open it from here actually. So this is my account, one of my accounts anyway. It's my one of my practice accounts. I'm just trying it out with this thing and whatnot. 1 second. Cool. Right. So for example, like these are all the trades I've logged. You're able to click on the trade to edit it. You can also click on your screenshot to see what you took. This was before the trade happened. For this one, we entered it as a sell. This is the higher time frame outlook, another higher time frame outlook as well. And then because it's lost, I can see there was manipulation in the market. I felt some pressure on this trade, and I can add tags, and then I can even sort by, okay, what happens when I feel manipulation. Okay, so these are trades I take when I feel there's manipulation in the market. I lose money. Well, the sample size, I've lost money. So the total we lost is £9.30. Let's say the account was, I started at £35. We lost £10, right? That would mean that we lost a lot, basically. You can sort by discipline. So you see all the trades you broke your rules. Okay, so here I broke my rules. I entered this trade, it hit stop loss. Why? I didn't have the market structure shift. You can see we swept, displaced, but there was no market structure shift. And then what I can even do is edit it and say no market structure shift when price displays. You can save the trade. And now every time I want to look at, okay, what happens when I break my rules, you can now see if it's unprofitable when I break my rules, then I need to maybe change my strategy, especially if it's a large time frame. Strategy. I don't know, I keep saying strategy. Anyway, you can also quick filter by this week, today, this month. Probably have to reset. Okay, I need to add a reset. Oh, there's a clear filter button here. Wait. If you're missing out, follow the rules. You can see there's a win amongst the losses. What about longs? Longs have lost that much. Shorts, I'm down this much. Clear that. London session seems to be not so great. Cool. You can sort it by month, year. You also have the calendar aspect where you can see by day how you're performing, and then it also gives you an overview of the week. You have analytics, which this one is an activity heat map. The redness shows you how much you lost, but also green profit. And then if it's either color, green or red, it's about you being active if you take a trade. So here we're profitable. This is a daily profit and loss graph. It will increase as you trade more days. It shows you how much you make every day. Don't know why this isn't here. Here's the equity curve. And it shows you which pairs you're profitable by. So maybe we need to stay away from EURUSD or EURGBP. Maybe trade more GJ. What sessions we traded often. And here you have a performance radar. And this performance radar essentially tells you how good your discipline is, win rate, consistency, this risk reward ratio. Consistency, this is linked to kind of win rate. Discipline is like how much you follow your rules, etc., etc. So mentally, I'm good. It's just about me tweaking my strategy. And here's the drawdown. I don't think this is working, so I need to fix this. And then profit and loss by day. So this is the tool I'm working on, and there'll be some cool features being added. And that's why I'm going to be ending my stream to work on this. And then, yeah, I'll share with you guys when I've finished. This is the URL. It's not the URL to it because it's live technically. I don't want you guys to use it yet because it's broken. Okay, so I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna monitor this. So I have a dog in my house. I need to make sure he's good, and then yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow on my laptop, and we go again. Day 31 complete. It's been your boy CJ. See you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.